Good morning to all. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, chapter number 8, and the name of the chapter is Things Around Us. So we all see different things around us, and even we use different kinds of things. And how are these things made of? So these things are made of different materials. Here you can see some pictures. The first one, it's a picture of a candle which is made of wax. What about the second one? It's a picture of a bowl which is made of glass. And next, you can see the picture of a chair which is made of wood. Then what about the shoes? It is made from leather. So all things that we use are made of different materials. The wax, the leather, plastic, iron, paper, all these are different materials. So things that we use are made of different materials. In the first picture you can see the pot making. So earlier, that is long time ago, the first thing that people used to make were pots. And they made pots using clay. So have you seen clay pots? Even now, some of you have seen clay pots in your home, where we use this clay pots for storing water, for cooking food, etc. Then, the oldest toys were also made of clay. Then, is clay a natural or a man-made thing? Clay is a natural thing. It is in the nature. And what about a pot? The pot is made using clay. And it is a man-made thing, which is made by people. So clay is a natural thing and pot is a man-made thing. We discussed that we use different materials to make different things. So let's discuss about the different types of materials. So there are different types of materials like hard materials, soft materials, heavy and light materials, liquid materials and natural materials. So let's discuss them one by one. The first one is hard materials. You know what is the meaning of hard? Hard means something which is very firm or something which is not so easy to break. So they are hard. So what are hard materials then? Things which are not easily being cut or scratched. We call it as hard materials. For example, metals, rock, all these are hard materials. They cannot be easily cut or scratched. So what are hard materials? So hard materials are materials which cannot be easily cut or scratched. They are very hard and strong. What about glass? So glass is a hard material, but we can break them easily. But there are materials like wood, metals, they do not break easily. Soft materials. So what is the meaning of soft? Something which is not hard or firm, which is less weight, right? So what are soft materials then? Soft materials are materials which can be easily cut or scratched. We call it as soft materials. So what about cotton, wool, paper, all these are soft materials, right? We can easily cut or scratch them. So such materials are called soft materials. The next one is about liquid materials. So what are liquid materials? Materials that are in liquid state. They are called liquid materials. Oil, water, all these are example for liquid materials. And they are also called as fluids because they flow from one place to another. Coming to the next one, heavy and light materials. So what is the meaning of heavy? Heavy means something which is very hard to lift and which has more weight. And what is the meaning of light? Light means something which is easy to carry and which has less weight. So what are heavy materials then? So heavy materials are materials which are hard to lift and which has more weight. For example, metals, rocks, all these are heavy materials because it has more weight and it is hard to lift. Then what about cotton, wool, plastic? All these are light materials. We can easily carry them and it has less weight. Then there are materials like wood, paper, cloth. All these materials burn very easily. Then what about these metals and rocks? They do not burn. The next one is about natural materials. So what are natural materials? The materials that are found in nature. It is the gift of nature. So the materials that are found in nature are called as natural materials. For example, wood, water, sand, all these are natural materials. They are in the nature. And we obtain natural materials from plants and animals as well as we obtain from earth. So what are natural materials? Materials that are in the nature. So in this class, we learned about the types of materials. So I hope you all understood about the different types of materials. So in the coming class, we'll be discussing a new topic. Till then, thank you.